All right, well, how about this? No, you are still watching Good Day Austin, but we've got Dr. Oz here in our studio this morning.
Dave, move over, please.
Oh, yeah, mother.
You're the shot.
Yeah,
You're the shot.
See you later.
Doesn't have a voice anyway. What's the point?
I know, right?
Why are you sitting here?
Well, because I hope Dr. Oz can help me.
Yeah, can you help, Dave?
Yeah.
Let me
Don't
guess
talk.
the
Don't
official
talk.
diagnosis. Don't scream at a KISS concert.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get your voice?
Expert opinion.
How do you get your voice back?
Interestingly, whispering is even worse than talking normally.
Okay.
Let them try to whisper. If anyone
wow.
gets hoarse out there, just remember that. Just talk normally, but say very few words, and then stop talking. That'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll speak for you.
Please
Okay.
do. Please
Now
tell us
he's
why you're here.
thinking.
We will do the talking. Yes. Dr. Oz, so happy to have you here. Welcome back to Austin. What are you doing in town?
So the National Business Group on Health is meeting in Austin, which is a big, big deal. Imagine the biggest 500 companies in America, which are probably the biggest in the world as well. And they're having the folks who are in charge of the health of their employees here. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is Oprah and I, before I started my show, created a company called ShareCare. It helps people touch the healthcare system. We're working with the state of Texas and all these big companies trying to figure out, is there a smarter way of going? And you look at Washington and all that craziness is going on with trying to pay for a healthcare system that's not really affordable. The best way to do it is bring more value. The most expensive healthcare is bad healthcare. And these guys at this National Business Group know this. And so if they want to get focused on health, which they're all doing now, it's because they want their employees, the best resource we have, people who work with in companies, to do the right thing. But you want to get their spouses, their families, their communities, get us all doing the right thing. If we do simple things the right way, we can afford any healthcare system.
Yeah.
We can start bickering in Washington and focus on other stuff.
So you guys are here meeting, trying to figure this all out for us.
And
we appreciate that.
You're kind. I'm also going to do some virtual reality.
Oh.
Big press announcement today. We're going over to one of your local stores.
Okay.
I'm going to be playing with your gizmos. And
Very cool.
Most people don't realize what virtual reality is about, but I'll tell you, there's so much free time that we're going to have on our hands. We get better and better at automating life, that the ability to play in a virtual world becomes important. But for doctors, it's really critical because I can get you to play in your own body. So now you can see the effect of that kielbasa. Little pulled pork might be okay.
Man.
A lot of it may not be so okay. So you could travel through your own arteries. I put Bill Shatner, William Shatner, in his own heart. I've sent him a place a man had never gone before.
That's right.
From Star Trek fame. Those kinds of interactions, people say that, it's cool. And young people love it, which for a doc is really great. When young people care about their bodies, we're golden.
Isn't it amazing, though, what you're talking about, like simple health solutions that will save us as a country billions and billions of dollars, and, oh, by the way, make everybody feel better, which is the point anyway. But it's amazing what the power some good healthy choices can make for all of us.
And the problem we've had in medicine is we take the Sergeant Friday Dragnet approach, just the facts, man. People don't change based on what they know. No. They change based on how they feel. I mean, that's true in your marriage, it's true with the kids, your coworkers. So realizing that, if I can use this, the most powerful tool right there, if I can actually be a coach in your pocket and help you do things from analyzing your voice, so I can tell you how stressed out you sound to people, so that you know how people say, that's not what you said, it's how you said it, I can help you figure that out. I can tell you not to talk to mom after 6 o'clock because you don't sleep so well that night. Right? But I can also give you a cheaper medication, a better doctor visit, and I can help doctors, which is what I care about, process you better, because I can know about you things you don't even know to tell me. And I can say, I think you have a hoarse voice, not just because of the KISS concert, but because when you were there, you did X, Y, Z. Well. Right? And those kinds of tips, some of you know, some of you may not. Yeah. It may influence how we improve health in America. There's an old saying, I'm of Turkish origin, a fool can throw a penny down a well. It takes 100 wise men to get it back out again. We want to avoid throwing the penny down the well. And that's what we've been doing in Washington and in healthcare for too long now. Let's make it smarter. Yeah, very cool to see you so involved with the technology and, of course, how it's improving your profession and can improve people's lives. Let's talk a little bit about some of the big topics that you have coming up on your show. One that I find interesting, could you die from eating too much protein? Ooh. You may have seen this big story that came out. A young bodybuilder in Australia had passed away from eating too much protein. Now, she had a genetic issue she didn't realize she had. So I don't think you die like that. But too much protein isn't so good for you either. First, it's got calories. But in addition, you run into problems like, for example, your kidneys have trouble processing that much protein. So I would argue that you want to get about 60 grams of protein a day. You know how you get protein scoops in the morning for 20 grams? Right? You can get some eggs. Those are all fine for morning. But when you get above 60 grams of protein, is too much. And listen, if you were trying to be on a low-carb diet, then there's some healthy fats you can substitute it with. If you're on a regular old diet, then increase some of that, the energizing carbs. I just dropped a book this week called Food Can Fix It. Thank you. That's why I got ambushed yesterday on the Today Show. You saw that. The Curb Your Enthusiasm guys busted into my segment with my daughter Daphne. I brought my daughter to help me because she can actually cook.
Yeah, I love her, by the way.
And so, but in that we talk a lot about this because people don't realize the power of food. There's a sacredness to it. When you walk into a grocery store, you're walking into a pharmacy. So just throwing lots of protein at you is not the right solution. You're much better off saying, okay, I'm going to win the battle for health in my home, in my kitchen, my living room, my bedroom. So help me figure out how food, which has always helped us feel better, can do it. If you sprinkle a little statin drug, like Lipitor on your kielbasa, that's not going to work.
No.
Right? You got to first cut the kielbasa out. You might not need the medication. If you do, fine, take it. It works. But help the docs help you.
And so many people have gone so far down the wrong road. There's some simple steps to kind of with eating habits and when you eat and how you eat. It's hard to pull back.
There's a lot of nihilism around this. You don't think you can figure it out. In fact, you feel like you're walking into an airplane cockpit. The shows I love making the most are the ones where it's so simple. I'm going to give you an example. Cranberries. Easy to eat, right?
Yes.
Cranberries feed a bacteria in your gut. It's called Akkermansia. That helps make you thin, we believe. In rodents, it works. They're studying it now in humans. Wouldn't that be pretty simple?
So cranberries are good.
Cranberries are good for you. It may be the reason cranberries help with UTIs, urinary tract infections. There's so many. If you're not sleeping at night well, try a little bit of tart cherry juice because it's got melatonin in it naturally. You don't have to take a pill. It's right there in the food. So there's all kinds of little hacks, simple things you can do day in and day out to feel better, get more energized, lose a little bit of weight, look more beautiful. You can put the food on the outside of your face too. Even the temperature of the food makes a difference. The smell of the food makes you feel differently. So the reality the food can fix is powerful.
Yeah, I love all these tips. Real quick, we want to show this picture that we put up on the screen before the last commercial break. Of the last time you stopped by our Fox 7 studio, you were out on a stroll downtown.
I was locked out.
Came across some junk food trash left outside our door. Not sure what that's about, but not a good way to welcome Dr. Oz to our studio.
Well, I came by, it was at night time. You guys were closed down for the evening, so I tried to literally trying to break into that. I think someone's got to be
I will
in there.
probably forgive you for that.
I put the lights on.
Somewhere.
And then I found the junk trash right out front. Now, I don't want to accuse the host of this wonderful program, this premier program, so dominant in the region, but the kind of example you said people follow. So when I saw that the empty candy wrappers, there they are at my feet,
Chip
the evidence.
wrappers.
Dr. Oz, how do you know that someone didn't grab it and be like, no, it's junk food and threw it down?
I have DNA evidence.
Oh, man.
I have elements of your saliva.
Man,
I have bodily fluids on those. I'm going to mash them up today.
I told everyone to hide the donuts because we get donuts on Thursday.
We have donut Thursday.
So I said, don't let Dr. Oz
Donut
see the
Thursday?
donuts when
I saw the crumbs. Security guards, I have security camera footage of you.
Well, Dr. Oz,
Confession is good for you, too. It makes me feel better, Dr.
That's true. So much fun to have you on. You're welcome anytime. We love all of your tips. Love watching you, of course, on Fox 7. So thank you so much. So good.
And we are doing some more true crime, and I was going to explain why I'm doing it because it comes up. I'm interested in the forensics, the mental health of these. Like today's show, talking about again, you heard the story about it. A young man who committed suicide when his girlfriend nudged him to do it, kept telling him to get back in the car.
Horrible story.
But having doctors involved and putting a little filter on what's going down works. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I think you're going to do some cooking up next. We're going to put you to work before we let you leave. Good day this morning. We'll be right back.